Glasgow, Scotstoun, the Simon Fraser University Pipe Band won their very first World Championships. So, alumni from the 1995 Simon Fraser University Pipe Band, please come forward, including our pipe major, pipe sergeant, J. Reed Maxwell. Come on. Don't be shy. I'll call you out here in a minute. Come on, Hitchy.
Come on, Hitchy.
Now, I don't know if you're noticing, but there's a couple of Vancouver ladies in this group, by the way. There's Johnny. Missing anybody else? Where's Reed? Where's Reed? Come on, Reed. Robbie, come on up here. Now, okay, this is so Robbie. He's gonna wait to take the picture before he comes up and not be in the picture again. Come on, Robbie, get your butt up here. Somebody else can take the picture, man. Okay, August 12th. Oh, here he is. Come on. The man who wears the orange hat does not like his photo taken. August 12th, 1995 was an historic milestone for the Simon Fraser University Pipe Band. The day they finally captured the Grade 1 World Pipe Band Championship after years of coming heartbreakingly close. The victory crowned over 10 years of dedication, risk-taking, and resilience. The band's rise through the 1980s was remarkable, with pipe major Terry Lee leading from winning the North American Championship in 1982 to nearly dethroning the reigning champs in 1985, 87, and 88. But it wasn't until J. Reed Maxwell joined as lead drummer in 1992 that momentum truly began to build again. The road wasn't easy. In 1993, the band placed fourth, only to be struck by tragedy with the loss of two young pipers, Robert Barbalack and Malcolm Bokenford. Their memory inspired the formation of the Robert Malcolm Memorial Pipe Band and a moving tribute album, Doma Haramaith, for my good friend. In 1994, the band placed first at Bridge of Allen. Remember that? The week before the Worlds, beating some of the biggest names in pipe bands. Vicky Police, Strathclyde Police, Field Marshal Montgomery, and Shots, to name a few. Only to finish outside the prize list a week later in 7th place at the Worlds. I remember it well. Terry coming on the bus like this.
7th, baby.
7th, baby. Pretty good. In 1995, a bold decision changed everything. Terry Lee flew the band to Scotland for one weekend to compete at the Scottish Championships below the Stirling Castle in a farmer's field. In June. It was hot. A weekend in 1995. It doesn't seem like a big deal right now, but in 1995 it was a big freaking deal. The result? 3rd place finish. Improving the playing order at the Worlds and reigniting belief. It was the genesis of the band's mantra, small steps make it happen. On a damp day, Grey World's Day, SFU delivered 2 brilliant performances. But placing 7th in 1994 meant they were at the back of the mass bands during the march past, far from the spotlight. In fact, I believe we were the last band to come onto the park, and one of the adjudicators had to come and say, Terry, I think it'd be a good idea if you went onto the park this time. Just saying. So there we are. The grade 1 results were red. There was silence, pacing, nerves. The RSPBA Executive Officer Jay Mitchell Hutchison announced, the world champions from 1995. There was this juvenile band standing beside us. They were making so much freaking noise. Bruce McIntosh, he looked over and he said, shut it. And they said, yeah, right, you guys are at the back of the park, as if. I kid you not. You remember that, Bruce? No way. Imagine, man. The next thing we heard was Simon Fraser. Pandemonium broke out. Glens in the air, hugging, jumping, total elation. The day we won first. That day, we won first in the MSR, first in the medley, and first overall. And in those days, cell phones weren't invented. Robbie McNeil, get your butt up here, Robbie. Robbie McNeil had spent the week finding where there was a payphone. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's a phone you put money in and you have to phone home. He found out how many steps and minutes it took to get from the park to the payphone to phone Tartantown to give the results, because there was no internet. I'm not even kidding. No internet. No cell phones. As we marched off, Ian McClellan, the legendary Strathclyde Police Pipe Major, stepped forward to shake Terry's hand, and I will never forget Richard Parks coming onto our bus and saying, congratulations, there's nothing like the first time. And in closing, I want to shout out to two leaders that continue to inspire. Both Terry and Reed have been advocates and allies for equality in the ranks of pipe bands long before it was talked about. 1995 was no exception, with many talented women in the ranks then and in the ranks to this day. Reed has given me an update that 11 women played in the SFU pipe band today. And by the way, I noticed every band had equality. I was so very pleased to see that. The likes of the Vancouver Ladies Pipe Band, it was formed because women weren't allowed to play in other pipe bands with men. And it was disbanded because equality happened. It was a sad moment that we lost the Vancouver Ladies Pipe Band, but we're stronger for it. Women are equal, by far. So with that, this is really cool to see us all together again. Pipe Major Terry Lee, Pipe Sergeant Jack Lee, Bonnie Bevan, Mee McCain, Andrew Bonar, Richard Brown, Alan Campbell, Colin Clancy, David Hicks, David Hilder, Shauna Hilder, Anthony Kerr, Robert McLeod, Bruce McIntosh, Daniel Millar, Nee Bryn. We didn't know we met, weren't you? Derek Malloy, Patrick Napper, Bruce Woodley, lead drummer J. Reed Maxwell, Blair Buzzy Brown, Keith Clark, Callum Hanna, Karen Barr, Nee Hinchy, Colin Nickel, Roland Reed, Scott McNeil, Christine Rickson, and the fiddle in the middle, Johnny Nickel. Here you are, Pipe Major. So, a milestone. And Robbie, can you please get your butt in the picture? Come on, man, get up here. Robbie McNeil has been the band manager, the band president, and the biggest cheerleader of this organization for decades. And it's so apropos that he would stand in the back, you know? There we are. 1995 Grade 1 World Champions.